mean depth, mid section depth, what formula. So D has become dm over here. Okay, D we convert it to dm, that is mean, and then we calculate bdm plus sdm squared. Okay, bd plus sd squared. So this squared is only for D. Okay, it is not whole squared. S into D squared. Okay. So they'll provide they'll provide us with this B, which is the top width of a road or a formation level. Then this is side slope. Okay, side slope of your embankment. For banking, they have provided separately, it is 2, and for cutting, they have provided the side slope as 1.5. Okay, so these will be given to you in the question. So we'll consider plus if it is for banking and minus if it is for cutting. So this is plus and minus is regarding your depth. Right? It is regarding your D value. If D is positive, it is considered as banking. If D is negative, it is considered as cutting. So this is just a few basics before we start class. Okay. So we'll start with the fifth numerical today. Okay. So let's go through the problem statement first. Is the font visible? Are you able to read the statement? Is it clear, or should I zoom in further? It is visible for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. The longitudinal section of a road has been shown. Okay, you can observe over here, a longitudinal section of a road is provided over here. Then estimate the quantities. Okay, estimate the quantities of earthwork in cutting having a side slope of 1.5. Okay, for cutting, the side slope is 1.5. That is what I've mentioned over here. For cutting, it is 1.5. S is the side slope. Embankment. Okay, embankment meaning banking. Okay, banking or filling, that side slope is 2. Okay, that I've mentioned over here. Next, turfing to the side of banking only. Turfing we have to calculate. Okay, after we calculate the earthwork, we will look how we calculate the turfing. After this, given formation width of the road is 12 meters, meaning B is equals to 12. Okay, B is equals to 12 top width. Okay, so this is given. Now let us just look into this cross along or this longitudinal section which they have provided us. Okay, so the formation line you can see is this. Okay, which is going straight. So a formation line is usually uniformly sloped. Okay, either it is having upward gradient or downward gradient, or it may be level. Okay, so this is a formation level which is usually having a uniform slope or a gradient. Then this is your ground level. Okay, ground level, which is this. Okay, so you can observe this part. Okay, this part is requiring cutting, right? This part is required to be cut, meaning it is extra, and this part is required to be filled, right? Because it is below your formation level. So this is coming under banking. This is under cutting. This is under banking. Okay, so you can observe here we have a transition, right? We have a transition from cutting to banking, right? So these are depth. Okay, these depths are also mentioned over here. Cutting. Okay, so these three values are under cutting, first, second, and third. So they are mentioned under cutting. And these four values 1, 2, 3, and 4 are coming under banking. So they are mentioned in banking. Okay, so these are nothing but a depth. 1.3, 2.1, 1.1 are these depths. Okay, from formation level to your ground level, formation level to your ground level. This height is what is mentioned over here. So depth is given to us, that is there. Then we need to find this x. Okay, we need to find the distance x, where exactly this ground level and formation level are meeting. Okay, 0, where your depth is 0. So we need to find exactly where this lies. So x we need to find out, that is the distance from this chainage. Okay, from this chainage. So chainages have been provided over here. You can observe this is your chainages starting from 14 going up to 20. Okay, 14, 15, 16 going up to 20. So each chainage is 30 meter because our chain is 30 meters. Okay, 30 meters. Okay, so from 0, then 30, 60, 90, and so on. Okay, so this is a chainage, and this is provided. RL of your ground is provided, RL of your ground, and RL of your formation level is also provided. RL of formation level is also provided. So RL of formation minus RL of ground will give you this either cutting or banking, right? Depth. So depth D is equals to RL of formation minus RL of ground level. So directly they have provided us, we can just minus and we can find out these depths. Okay, then x we need to find out. So we know this height and we know this height. We know the distance between each of these line is 30 meters. Okay, so we will use a similar triangle, okay, a rule of similar triangles to find out this x. Okay, so here you can observe that enlarged view is shown over here. So this is a 16 number chainage. This point is a 16th number of chainage, and this point is a 17th number of chainage. So distance between these two chainages is what? 30 meters. Total it is 30 meters. Then this we have considered as x. Okay, this is x. From 16 to 0 we have considered as x, and from 0 to 17 it will be what? 30 minus x. 30 minus x. So this height is nothing but a depth at your 16th chainage, depth that is 1.1, and this is at your 17th chainage, depth is minus 0.6, so it is going down. Okay, so now we know this height, we know this height, we need to find out this x. Okay, so using similar triangle rule, here you can observe x by 1.1 is equals to 30 minus x by 0.6. So x you will get as 19.41 meters x. So this distance is 19.41. Say we will round it off to 20 meters. 20 meters. So 16. Okay, 16 chainage, and this x lies, or this 0 lies where? At a distance of 20 meters from your 16th chainage. Okay, so this cutting that is required is it is 20 meters, and this what is left out over here, this is how much? 30 minus 20, that is 10 meters. This is 10 meters, this is 20 meters. Okay, so remember the location of x, the location of 0. Okay, depth 0, we have to incorporate that in your tabular column. So after you find this out, okay, after you find this out, you have to prepare your table. Okay, you have to prepare a table after finding this out. So remember it x your 0. Okay, 0 lies between where? 16 and 17th chainage. 0 lies between 16th and 17th. So have to consider that, and we have to prepare our table. Okay, so this is a table. You can observe b is given, s, all these things are given. So we have written our chainages starting from 14 going up to 20. Okay, going up to 20. So as I've told you, the 0 depth, okay, 0 depth lies between 16 and 17. 16 and 17. So I have added one more this over here. I have added one more row over here. Okay, so initially it will not be there, but after you find out where it lies exactly, you can add this over here. Okay, so chainage is starting from 0, right? 0, and each chainage distance is 30 meters, right? So I will just continue this. Okay, so 60, and this lies where? Can anyone tell me what is the distance here? 60 plus what? 60 plus x. So this will be what?
80, sir.
80, right? So x is what? X is 20. So this will be 60 plus 20, that is equals to 80. Okay, what is 17th chainage? It is nothing but 90. 17th chainage is 90. This is 120, and so on. Okay. So I hope you have understood this, how we have found out. And here depth will nothing but what? 0, right? Depth is nothing but 0. So these d, okay, we need not calculate, they are mentioned over here in the question itself. So I have just what I have copied it down. So 14th chainage, this is a 14th chainage. First one, depth is given in cutting 1.3. Then for 15th it is 2.1, 16th it is 1.1, and at 80 it is 0, right? At 80 it is 0, we have found out. Then at 17th chainage it is plus 0.6, or it is banking. Then 18, 19, 20, similarly I have copied it down. So I'm given different colors for cutting. So this is cutting, okay, this is minus, and this is plus, this is banking. So yellow for cutting and blue for banking I have given. So how do you find out dm? Can anyone recall how do you find out dm? dm is equals to what?
Average of first and second D.
Right, average of first and second depth, correct. So this plus this divided by 2. Okay, have you understood? D1 plus D2 divided by 2. Okay, similarly if I want to calculate this, it will be plus this divided by 2. It will come over here, and for here it will be this plus this divided by 2. Okay, so this I will continue. So we have found out dm. Now b into dm, what is b? B is 12. The top width of your formation level is 12. So that is equal to 12 into BDM. DM I have multiplied 1.7. So this is done. Now SDM squared. So what is S for cutting? So this is for cutting, right? This is for cutting. So S will be what? S will be 1.5. S will be 1.5. That is equal to 1.5 into D squared. So this into again DM. Okay, I have written it squared. So this will be what? Up to cutting, up to here. From here it will be what? S is changed to 2 because it is banking. So this part is banking, so S will be 2. So 2 into 0.3 into 0.3, that is D squared, DM squared. Okay, so A will be what? A will be what? BDM plus SDM squared. So this column plus this column will give you A. Now length. Okay, to find out length, it is crucial because it is not 30 everywhere. So what I'll do, I'll take this minus this. Okay, so distance between each of your area, okay, each of your section you have to consider. So it is 30 meters, but here it will be changing. Okay, here it will be changing. You can observe it is 20 and 10. Let me highlight it. So that is important. In exam, you will make a mistake over here. You will write 30 and 30 here. It's here also. But from 80 to from this change to this change, it is 20, and from here to here it is 10. Right? Up from here to here, you can observe the difference is 20, and from here to here it is 10. Okay, so do not forget this step. Do not make a mistake while writing this. Next, for cutting, how do you calculate quantity? How do you calculate quantity? How do you calculate quantity? It is nothing but area into your length, right? Area into your length. Totally I have written. So how much part is cutting? This part is cutting, right? So this part is coming under cutting and this part is under filling. So I'll just shift it over here. Okay. So this is nothing but auto sum. Okay. So we have calculated the required cutting and filling these things, okay, quantities. So these are in meter cube. Both of these are in meter cube. So I hope these calculations are clear. Similarly, we have solved the previous problem. This was just a revision kind of thing. Okay, the main thing that you need to remember here is cutting and filling will come differently. Okay, this thing, if you mark and keep, you will not go wrong in your further steps. Cutting and then filling. Similarly, S will be different for cutting. It will be different for filling. And one more crucial step is this. Okay, do not write 30 everywhere and calculate. You will go wrong. Okay, your quantity may be similar, but it will not be accurate. Okay, so separately for cutting, separately for filling. So is this clear, guys? Is this clear? If you didn't understand any, please let me know. Yes, Aziz.
Sir, for 80 quantity, cutting filling should be 0, no, sir?
80 where? Here you are saying here.
Sir, for 80, 141.0, it should be 0, no, sir?
Here, okay, you are asking me here. Okay,
Yes.
so let me just zoom over here. So that is change number 16, I guess. Okay, 16. So that is cutting, right? That is cutting, meaning it is this part. Okay, this part we are calculated as 141. Okay, I've understood. From here we are coming under cutting. So this
Yes,
part
sir.
it is this triangle. Okay, and this is for banking. That is the next one. Okay, 141, and this is for next one. Okay, I hope you have understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, any other doubt, guys? Please let me know. Have you understood the steps, everyone? Others? Have you understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Manju? Pradeep?
Yes, sir.
Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the first numerical I've gone slow, okay, in detail, so that you recall what we have done. So from the next numerical, I'll try to solve it fast. Okay. So this is your sixth, wherein we are using mean area method. Okay, we are using mean area method. The previous problems, all of those were mean depth. Okay, mean depth we had calculated, right? DM. Recall DM we had calculated. But here in this, we will calculate mean area. Okay, AM we will calculate A suffix M. Okay, subscript M we will calculate AM, not DM. Okay, so this is using mean area method. So mean area method, the following table gives RL of a portion of 400 meter length of a road. Okay, the length is totally 400 meters. Okay, so you can observe the distance starts from 100, goes up to what? Goes up to 500. So the total length of a road is 400. Compute the quantity of earthwork by means of mean area method. So they have mentioned you have to use mean area method. Road width is 10 meters. So this is not 8. This is 10 meters. Okay, 10 meters. Side slope is how much? 2:1 in filling. Okay, 2:1 in filling, meaning this quantity is how much? This is 2. Okay, in filling meaning cutting, and filling meaning banking, and 1.5 in cutting. Okay, in cutting S is equals to 1.5. So this is the statement which they have given. Then RL of ground they have given us. RL of formation we have to calculate. Okay, so RL of so I have written down changes. Okay, I have written down changes. You can observe I have written down, and I have written down RL of ground which they have given us over here. Okay, all of those I have noted, and then formation level of the first. Okay, formation level of the first point they have given us, first change. Remaining they have told that it is a downward gradient. Okay, it is a downward gradient of 1 in 100. So our change is what? It is 40 meters. Okay, 40 meters. You can observe the difference between each of the changes, 40 meters, right? 40. So the downward gradient is 1 in 100. So what about for 40 meters? How much it will be for 40 meters? So I have to use this formula. You can observe over here. Follow my cursor. So 1 by 100 is the given slope. Given slope into your change, into your interval, change interval. That is 40 meters. So 1 by 100 into 40 is how much? 0.4. So 0.4 is drop. It is drop because it is downward gradient. Okay. So that is what we will do. So it will be equal to what? It will be equal to 32 minus 0.4. At 32 minus 0.4. So this will be for all your changes, because it is following a downward gradient of 1 in 100 totally from 140 to 500. It is the same. So I'll just drag it for the entire thing. Okay, so now we have found out RL of formation level. So what about depth? Can anyone tell me how do you calculate depth? How do you calculate depth? D is equals to what? Quickly have to reply. Okay. RL of which minus
RL of formation level minus RL of ground level.
Yes, correct. So RL of formation level minus RL of ground level. So this is your depth. So similarly, you have to calculate for all of these values. Okay, RL of formation level minus RL of ground level. So I'll just drag it. So we have found out all the depth. So you can observe. So some values are negative. Some values are negative. So as I've told you, if it is negative, it is cutting, and if it is positive, it is banking. So what I'll do, I'll just mark which are positive. So let this cut of banking be in blue color, and whichever are negative, I will mark it in yellow color. So they are in cutting. Okay, cutting, or what we call cutting. It is removal of your soil, extra soil we remove. So it is called as cutting. So if this value remains negative, okay, our further calculations will go wrong. Okay, if these values remain negative and we consider negative, a calculation might go wrong. So what we'll do, we'll convert these values to positive. Okay. So while writing in exam also, I'll show you. While writing in exam also, you have to write them positive. Okay. So plus 0.2, plus 0.7 and all. So you can observe here also depth. All of those they have written positive. Even though if it is negative, the values which you write are positive. Okay. So observe, have we got correct answers? 2.6, right? We have got all this as correct. Okay. So all of our values are also correct, but make sure you remove this negative side. So to remove negative side, I'll just include this minus sign over here. Yeah, while writing an exam in your book, so you can write just whatever the positive value you get in your calculator. Okay. So what is BD now? What is BD? Can anyone tell me what is B into D? Quickly have to tell. We'll finish up with this. B is equals to what? You can see it in your screen.
10, sir.
10, right? B is 10. Top width which is given, right? You can observe here. So B is equals to 10 into D. That is this. No calculation of mean depth. We are directly calculating area. So this will be applied for the whole thing. P into D, then S into D. We have to calculate separately, right? For cutting and banking. So what is S for banking? What is S for banking? What is the value of S for banking?
2, sir.
2, correct. 2 into, you can observe here I have written, right? 2 for banking, 1.5 for cutting. 2 into D squared. So 2 into D into D. So 2 into SD squared, sorry, S into D squared, right? This is for your banking. Next, for cutting, I have to use different S. So S is 1.5 for cutting, 1.5 into D into D. This will be applied for the whole thing. Next, what about A? How do I calculate A? Can anyone tell me A is equals to what?
BD plus SD square.
Correct. BD plus SD squared. So area I have calculated for the whole thing. Next, area, mean area. Similarly, how you calculated depth, mean depth, right? Similarly, you have to calculate this plus this divided by 2. So second one will be what? This plus this divided by 2. It will come over here. So you have to calculate mean area. So it will be this plus this divided by 2. Okay. So you have to apply this thing for the whole area, whole column. Okay. So I've calculated area. Now what about length? I will just write it is 40 everywhere, right? It is 40. You can observe it is 40 everywhere. So I'll just write 40 and drag. Or else if you want, you can just 140 minus 100, 80 minus 140, you can do this way. But here no, doesn't matter because it is same everywhere. Okay. So why this extra 0 thing we have not calculated? Because you can observe depth is 0 at your 220. Okay, it is not in between any of your changes. It has come exactly at 220. So one of our step which you had calculated, right, in your previous numerical, wherein we had calculated X and we had included one more row. So that is eliminated because the depth is coming 0 exactly at your 220 change. Okay, so our calculation has reduced. So now Q is nothing but it is area, mean area into your length. Okay, so this will be applicable for a whole column. So I'll separate this out over here. This is cutting. Sorry, this is under banking. Okay, so this is cutting. So I'll separate cutting over here. So cutting, what is the total area of banking? It is meter cube 878.4 and 5,899 for what it is for cutting. So this is how you can solve using this mean area method. Okay, mean area method. If they tell you to calculate using this formula, you have to use AM, not DM. Okay. So is this a numerical clear, guys? I hope you have understood. Easy, right? Very easy. I've understood, guys. No problem in calculation. You can observe what is the answer that is calculated by them. It is 878 and 5899, right? 599. And what answers we have got over here? 878 and 599. Exactly, we have got correct answer. Okay, so make sure you separate out cutting and banking separately and then calculate. Okay, and while writing down these values, you need to write as positive. Okay, even if they come negative in your calculator, while writing, you have to write in positive and you have to go further with our calculation. Okay. So is this a numerical clear, guys? Can you move on to the next one? Can you move on to the next one? Yes or no?
Sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Others. Basavraj.
Yes, sir.
Basavraj yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all this previous one which we solved, right? All these 6 numericals which we solved, those are just trailers. And this is the main thing which will be asked usually in your exam. So prismoidal and trapezoidal. Prismoidal and trapezoidal are the main thing which will be asked in your exam. So this we will be solving using prismoidal method. Okay, prismoidal method we will be using to solve this numerical. So I will just go through the statement first and then I'll explain. So estimate quantity of earthwork for a proposed road formation width of 10 meters. Okay, the top width is 10 meters. So B I have written as 10 meters over here. Side slope is 3:1. Side slope is 3:1. So I have written S is equals to 3. Okay, longitudinal profile of the ground is as follows. They have given the longitudinal profile. The ground is level transversely. Okay, so transverse it is level, only longitudinally it is varying. Okay, after a few of these numericals, we will solve a numerical wherein we have transverse slope also included. The transverse slope meaning cross-sectionally also it has some slope. the RL of formation is 204 at chain edge 180. Okay, at chain edge 180, you can observe at chain edge 180, they have given the RL of formation level, RL of formation level. The formation has a longitudinal rising of 1 in 60. Okay, 1 in 60 from 0 to 300. From 0 to 300, it is having, okay, totally it is having 1 in 60 everywhere. So you can observe 1 in 60 over here, 1 in 60 over here. Work out the volume of earthwork using prismoidal formula. Okay, prismoidal method we will be using. So they have not given the formation level at the starting. Usually what they do, they give the formation level at the first chain edge itself. But here they have given it at the middle somewhere. So you have to use some calculations to calculate this side and also calculate formation level at this side. Okay, so now we will try to solve this using our usual method, right? And then only the formula will change. Okay, prismoidal formula you have to use. So prismoidal formula I have written down over here. You can observe prismoidal formula is this: B into D1 plus D2 by 2 plus S into D1 squared plus D2 squared plus D1 D2 by 3 into the whole thing into your length. Okay, whole thing into your length. So D1, D2, all these things we will first make a tabular column and then we will calculate. So chain edges I have written down, chain edges I have written down. Whatever they have given, that I have written down. I have just copied. RL of ground is given, that I have copied down. From here I have copied and pasted over here. RL of formation, okay, RL of formation, this is only given to us. Okay, these are not given. These are not given. Okay, only this RL is given to us. So how can I calculate these RLs now? How can I calculate? Can anyone tell me how do I calculate is equals to what? These values. It is a upward gradient of 1 in 60. Upward gradient of 1 in 60. So you can observe here. You can observe here. So 1 in 60 into 30. 1 in 60 into 30. Why 30? Because our interval is 30 meters everywhere. Okay, it is 30 meters, and the upward gradient given is 1 in 60. So 1 in 60 into 30 is 0.5 meter rise. Okay, 0.5 meter rise everywhere. So now can you tell me what is the formula that I'll have to use? How do I calculate RL of formation now? For every 30 meters, I have told you it is 0.5 meter rise. No idea. So it is the usual thing that we do for solving in our previous numericals, how we have done. It is the same thing. Plus what? Plus 0.5. Right. So it is a rising gradient. So I have done plus 0.5. Okay. So this side I have got. Now what about this side? You have to answer now. What about this side? What about these RLs? How do I calculate these RLs? So it is a rising gradient. Rising gradient. Throughout it is a rising gradient. So what about these RLs? How do I calculate these RLs?
By subtracting 0.5.
By subtracting 0.5, 100% correct. So it is 0.4. Sorry, I'll use this. Okay, 204 minus 0.5. Okay, minus 0.5 to 2 to calculate all these RLs. Okay, similarly, I have to drag this. Okay, meaning this RL minus 0.5 will give you this RL. So 203 minus 0.5 will give you this RL. So 202.5 minus 0.5 will give you this RL. Similarly, all of these RLs we have calculated. So we can observe, so this is starting from 201 going up to 206. So it is having a uniform rising gradient of 1 in 60. Uniform rising gradient of 1 in 60. So only this RL was given. So we have calculated all the remaining RLs. So similarly, you can find out a depth, right? RL of formation minus RL of ground level. Applicable for the whole thing. So you can observe all the values are positive, right? All the values are positive. No cutting. All are in banking. So you can also observe we have 1 0 value over here. So no need of finding out X. Okay, no need of finding out X. So what about B? What about B? So B is 10 meters everywhere. B is 10 meters. So why have I included this? Because our formula has changed, right? Our formula has changed. So our first bracket is what? B into D1 plus D2 by 2. B into D1 plus D2 by 2. So we have calculated, we have written down B. Now we'll write out D1 plus D2 by 2. D1 plus D2 by 2. This is for first. Similarly, for second, it will be what? D2 plus D3 by 2. And next will be D3 plus D4 by 2. Okay, that way you have to calculate. That will be what? This thing plus D1 plus D2 by 2. Okay, and here it will be what? Here it will be D2 plus D3 by 2. And similarly, you have to calculate all the other D1 plus D2 by 2. This for this we have calculated. Now this whole term we will calculate now, that is B into D1 plus D2 by 2. So that is nothing but this B into D1 plus D2 by 2, right? Column number 5 into column number 6. Right? That I have written over here. So this is column number 5 into column number 6. If you do, you will get this whole bracket. Okay, you will get this whole thing. B into D1 plus D2 by 2. That is equal to B into D1 plus D2 by 2. So I have got all these values. Okay, so next thing. Next, what we require? So we require S, right? You can observe we require S. So require S, and we require D1 squared plus D2 squared plus D1 D2 divided by 3 divided by 3. So this we'll calculate and then we'll multiply that by S. So S, let me write down S. S is what? S is equal to 3. This is same for all the cross sections. Next, this whole term I'll try to calculate now. This whole term D1 squared plus D2 squared plus D1 D2 by 3. I have to calculate this whole thing. Okay. So now what is D1 squared? This is D1. This is D1. Okay, D1 squared into again this thing. So D1 squared into D2 squared, D2 into D1 plus, okay, this is not multiply, this is plus. So D1 squared plus D2 squared I have written plus D1 into D2 plus D1 into D2. Right? No problem. Include a bracket over here. And okay, so I have calculated this whole term D1 squared, that is this D1 squared plus D2 squared plus D1 D2 by 3. So this is applicable for your whole column that I have written down. Next, after this, so now I will calculate S into this whole term. So that is nothing but column number 8 into column number 9. So that is equal to S into this thing. So now we have calculated this thing. Now you can observe we have calculated this term. We have calculated this term. We have calculated S into this whole bracket. So now we have a plus in between, right? Plus in between. So this, whatever we have calculated plus this, okay, this term which we have calculated just now. So that is what? That is equal to column number this, okay, column this 7 plus column number 10. 7 plus 10. It is plus, it is not multiplication. Because this is what? B plus B into D1 plus D2 by 2. And this is what? This column is what? S into this whole term. So we have plus in between. We have to add these two and then multiply that by L. We have to multiply this. Okay, let me just write down L. What is L? L is what? The difference between each chainage, the interval between each chainage is what? 30 meters. You can observe it is 30 meters everywhere. It is 30 meters everywhere. So I'll write down L. L is equals to 30 meters. This is Q for all the sections. Now, what is final Q? What is the for final Q that we will calculate? So it will be this column into your length. Okay, so now we have calculated all the length or all the quantities. The total quantity is 11022.311200.3. So this is how you can calculate for using this formula, Prismoidal formula. Okay, because our formula varies, our tabular column also we have to vary according to the formula, and we have to calculate the total quantity. So quantity we have got 11022. Let us just verify. So whether we have got the same answer. So you can observe in this. Okay, you can observe here how you have to prepare a column, tabular column in your notebook. Okay, chainage depth D1 plus D2 by 2, right? Chainage, then you have to find out RL of ground, RL of formation, you have to find out depth. Okay, d1 plus d2 by 2. Okay, b into d1 plus d2 by 2 you have to write, okay, in this format. Then d1 squared plus d2 squared plus d1 d2 by 3. Okay, you can do this separately, or you can directly do this as a single equation, and you can write down. I have done it in a single form. Okay, they have calculated separately and then they have formed this. So s into column number 8. So column number 8 is this into s. Okay. And column number 4 plus column number 9. Column number 4 plus column number 9, and then L into column number 10 will give you quantities. So let us just check quantity 11020. Okay, 20, and what we have got 11022 we have got. So it is fine. 2 meter cube is the variation. So it is depending upon how accurate you follow. Okay, how many decimal points you write down. Depending upon that, your quantities may vary. Okay, so no problem. We have got accurate answer. So is this numerical clear, guys? Tabular column is a bit larger compared to your previous one because the equation is also larger. So tabular column becomes bigger in size. So is this a calculation clear? It is just a calculation. So nothing complicated over here. Only the thing is you have to type correctly in your calculator and note down the things correctly. If you do any mistake in the D calculation, your whole problem will go wrong. Okay, so make sure your starting steps, initial steps are perfect. Okay, take time in writing, calculating B, D, all those things, so that your later calculations are not wrong. Okay, so is this calculation clear, guys? Is this numerical clear? I hope it is clear. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. Chetan Khot, is it clear? Are you there? No reply. Arpita, are you there? Is it clear? Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, so you can do one thing. You have an option to raise your hand. If you have understood, please raise your hand. If you have understood, please raise your hand. Only 2, 3, 4, 5. A majority have to raise your hand. Okay. Others also, please, if you have understood, please, there is an option to raise your hand. Please click on that button. Hardly 10. Others are not present or have not understood. Okay, you can lower your hand. You can lower your hand. Okay, I don't know whether we have lost connection with them. So I think we can continue with the next formula. So this is a Prismodel formula. Okay, this is a Prismodel formula wherein we have to consider each section separately. Okay, each section we are considering separately. You can observe in the question, in the formula, sorry, that we are considering D1 plus D2 by 2. D1 plus D2 by 2. Meaning they have considered that our road has only two sections, that is first and the last. Okay, and if you have multiple, you have to continue it, D1 plus D2 or D2, D3, D4, D5. That way you have to continue. So this is for individual sections you are calculating using Prismodel formula. And we have also looked in wherein if you have multiple cross sections, how do you calculate multiple cross sections? You use this formula. Okay. If you have multiple cross sections, you use this formula. You use either trapezoidal formula, or you can either go for Prismodel formula. Prismodel formula, wherein you have D by 3, right? D by 3, you have this, sorry. It is not over here. Let me just check. Okay, so we have used this formula. We have used, which one? We have used this first. We have used this formula. So if you have a series, okay, if you have series, you have to go either for Prismodel. Okay, this is trapezoidal. You have to use this one, or you can go by Prismodel rule. That is D by 3, A1, AN. You have to use this formula. Okay, if you have a series of sections, you have to use this trapezoidal or Prismodel. So we'll look into how do you use this formula. So I think you have used this in your previous semester and you have solved. So this is a new formula for you. Okay, this one is new, but this thing I think you have solved using this formula previously in your semesters. It is just a recall. You have to just recall what you have done in your previous semesters. So let us just solve. We'll try to solve this now. So road embankment, just zoom in. So road embankment is 400 meters long. Okay, it is 400 meters distance. Tabular column you can observe it is starting from 0 going up to 400. So the top width is how much? 12 meters. Formation level is and has a slope. Okay, at the formation level and has a side slope as 2:1. Side slope is given as 2. Ground levels at every 100 meters along the center line are given. Okay, so formation level at 0 chainage is 207. Then the embankment has a rising gradient of 1 in 100. Okay, the ground level, the ground is level across the center line. The ground is level across the center line. So it is not having any transverse slope. Calculate the volume of earthwork using trapezoidal. So they have mentioned that we have to use trapezoidal formula. Trapezoidal. So similar. So depending upon this, so you have to prepare a tabular column appropriately. We have to prepare. We have to form. Okay. So moving on to tabular column. Moving on to tabular column, you can observe it is very small tabular column. So changes have written down. Ground levels have written down from the question. Formation level at the 0 chainage, they have told it is 207, right? It is 207. Okay. So now it is having a rising gradient. It is having a rising gradient of 1 in 100. So can anyone tell me what I have to write over here? Rising gradient of 1 in 100. Very easy. No need of any calculation. Rising gradient of 1 in 100. Any answers? Quickly you have to answer. Don't feel shy.
One,
Absolutely. Yes. How much?
1.
1, right? 1 for every 100 meters, it is 1. So what is the answer? Yes.
208.
208. Okay, correct. 208. So for every 100 meter, we are going up by 1 meter. For every 100 meter horizontal, we are going up by 1 meter. So you can observe also our changes are 100 meters. So interval is also 100 meters, right? So for every 100 meter, we are going up by 1 meter. So it will be 207 plus 1 meter, right? So similarly here it will be what? 208 plus 1 meter because we have gone 100 meters horizontally. So you have to go 1 meter vertically. So it will be 209, it will be 210, and it will be 211, right? Correct? Problem correct? So it is 207, 208, 209. It is not continuing 209, 210, 211. Okay, so what will be the depth now? What will be the depth? Depth will be equal to formation level minus ground level. Same thing. So we have found out depths. All are positive, no problem. Then B is the BD, what B is 12 into depth. BD we have found out. Now SD squared, SD squared, SD squared. S is what? 2. So 2 into D squared. SD squared. Now area, okay, this is area column. Area is what? BD plus SD squared equal to BD plus SD squared. Okay, so we have found out area using this formula. Okay, we have found out area using this formula, BD plus SD squared, right? So whatever we require to form calculate area, we have prepared appropriate table. So we need D, we need BD, we need SD squared. Okay, so this we have prepared a table. So now I will name this as A1. I will name this as A2, A3, A4, A5. Okay, first area is A1, last area is A5. And the remaining areas I have named that A1, A2, A3. Okay, so now I have to calculate what? I have to calculate trapezoidal volume using trapezoidal formula. So volume is equals to A1 plus AN by 2 plus our summation of remaining cross sections, whole multiplied by interval of your cross sections. So A1 plus AN meaning A5 in our section. In our problem, last cross section is what? 5th. Okay, so this is A1 and this is AN. Okay, summation or the average of the first and last, average of the first and last plus summation of the remaining. So average of the first and last is what? Average of the first and last. So first plus last, okay, first plus last divided by 2 is that we will write down now, equal to first plus last divided by 2. Okay, so this is done. Next, summation of all the remaining terms, summation of all the remaining. So this is remaining, right? Equal to this plus this plus this. Okay. I have included alphabets, so I have to include numbers. Okay, this is done. Now what about D? What about D? What about D? D interval between each change is what? 100. So this plus this into this, so I will calculate plus this all multiplied by your interval. This thing multiplied by your interval, that is 100. So you can do this in our Calci. Because I am doing it in Excel, I am using this method, but in calculator you can directly write in this format. Okay, whatever they have written over here, you can follow it. So you can observe whatever we have got answer. So we have got 14139, and they have also got 14139 meter cube. So we have got the same answers. Okay, so this is regarding using your trapezoidal formula, wherein it is very easy. You have to just calculate the cross-sectional areas of each section, okay, cross-sectional area of each section, and then just substitute that in your trapezoidal formula. That is nothing but average of your first and last, average of your first and last, and summation of your remaining terms, okay, summation of your remaining cross-sections multiplied by the interval, between each and each. Okay, so this is regarding your trapezoidal. I hope it is clear, very easy, no problem in this. If you are not understanding, please let me know. Yes, Hanumant has some question. He has raised his hand. Hanumant Sani, if you have any question, please feel free to ask. Please lower your hand if you have no question. I think we have lost Hanumant Sani. Okay, so can you move on to the next numerical? Can you move on to the next one, please? Let me know. Are you the guys there? Are you still there with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So this is your 8th one. Now moving on to your 9th one, 9th numerical. So this is regarding your midsection formula. Midsection formula meaning nothing but DM. Okay, we have to use DM to calculate. Okay, midsection formula, midsection meaning mid depth formula. DM we have to calculate. So they have given the top width of the road as 12 meters. Okay, remember capital B. Okay, capital B. Let me just write down capital B is equal to how much? 12 meters. That I have written down next. Changes have been given and the RL of ground have been given. Okay, RL of ground is given, changes is given. The road formation is proposed at a falling gradient. Okay, falling gradient of 1 in 200 passes through a chainage of 14. Okay, the length of one chain is 30 meters. Length of one chain is 30 meters. Okay, side slope is 1 in 1.5 in 1. Okay, for cutting. So S is equals to 1.5 for what? 1.5 for cutting. Next, S is equals to what? S is equals to 2 for banking. Okay, so we have noted down that. Next, the rate of cutting and filling, those rates are given. That is 180 per meter cube for filling and 120 per meter cube for filling. Okay, these two are given. Next, so what we have to do is before we move on, let us just calculate your depths. Okay, we'll calculate your depths. So we can observe that this RL of ground is given. RL of formation we can find out. RL of formation, how we can find out? So they have given that gradient. Okay, we have a downward gradient of 1 in 200. We have a downward gradient of 1 in 200. So our chainage is what? Our chainage is 30 meters. Okay, 30 meter interval chainage we have. So 1 by 200 into 30, 1 by 200 into 30, that is 0.15 meter drop. Okay, per chainage, we are going down by 0.15 meters. Okay. So RL of formation level, and they have told us they have told us that at the first chainage, okay, the same RL we have at the ground, and at the formation level we have the same RL. Okay, so that is mentioned over here. So the road formation is proposed at a uniform falling gradient passing through the chainage at 14. Passing through the chainage meaning formation level is passing through the ground level. Okay, meaning the RL of ground and RL of formation at 14 chainage is same. Okay, 14 chainage is same. So your depth will be 0 over here. RL of formation, how do you find out? RL of D1 minus 0.15, and similarly D2 minus 0.15. Similarly, how we have calculated in the previous, you can just reduce 0.15 from all the ground levels. Sorry, not from the ground levels, from the previous formation level, and you can find out all these values. So what is depth? Depth is RL of formation minus RL of ground. So you can find out all the depths. So you can see, you can observe over here, we have a few negative values. Okay, up to here, up to 18th chainage, we have negative values. Okay, and from 19 to 22, we have what positive values. So here we have cutting. Okay, and here we have banking. Here we have banking. Here we have cutting. So we have no zero value over here. We do not have any zero value, right? Exactly zero value do not have. It is somewhere in between 18 and 19, right? Somewhere between 18 and 19. So now we have to calculate using similar triangle rule, right? Similar triangle rule, which I have drawn over here, right? Somewhere between chainage number 18 and somewhere between chainage between 18 and 19. So each chainage is how much? 30 meters. So this total distance is 30 meters. Total is 30. Let me consider this portion triangle as x. Okay, this length as x. This will be automatically 30 minus x. So at this change it is minus 0.5, and at this change it is plus 0.6. So using similar triangle rule, I have calculated x as 13.65 meters. 13.65. So what will be this? What will be this? 30 minus x. 30 minus 13.65. It is 16.35 meters. Okay, 16.35 meters. So now we know where exactly your zero. Okay, where exactly your zero is falling. Right, the depth 0 is falling. It is between 18th and 19th chainage. Okay, so it is between 18th and 19th chainage. Right, so I have added a row over here, and the distance, it is how much? 120 plus 13.65. Right, it is 33.65. So RL of ground and RL of formation, no need of writing anything over here. You can keep it blank. Okay, the depth is 0 over here. Depth is 0. Okay, so now let us just calculate all the remaining things. So depth is this RL of formation minus RL of ground to here. Okay, and here it will be the same thing. This minus this. Okay, so now because my negative values are there, I'll just convert it to positive because it will cause errors further down the calculation. I have just converted those negative values to positive. Okay, so this is the basic thing which you have to prepare before getting into your calculation. Find out where your zero lies. Okay, depth 0 lies, where exactly it lies, and then include that in your tabular column. Okay, include that extra row in your tabular column. So before you prepare this table, you have to prepare this smaller table. Okay, you have to prepare this smaller one to find out where your x lies. So once you are done with this, the remaining things are very easy. It is for finding out dm, this plus this divided by 2. I found out dm. Next, b into dm, b is 12 into dm. Similarly, we have calculated in the previous numericals. That is what we will be following now. So it is cutting. This part is cutting. So I'll use s is equals to 1.5. 1.5 into dm squared. It is up to this chainage. Equal to s is what for banking? S is equals to 2 for banking. 2 into dm squared. Okay, so this is done. Now what is a is equals to this plus this. Yeah, now careful while writing your length. Okay, we have to be careful while writing our length. So it is equal to what? Distance this minus this. Okay, so it is 30 over here, it is 30 over here, but it will change over here. It will change over here. You can observe it is 13.65. In between, we have two different values, right? Because because zero depth is not lying exactly at our chin edge, it is lying somewhere between 18 and 19. So that distance you have to include. So be careful while writing this L. Next, while calculating Q or calculating Q, it is nothing but area into length. Area into length. So cutting, and this part I will just move it to filling. So cutting quantity we have calculated and filling quantity we have calculated. Let us just check whether we have done it correctly. Okay, 1168.67 and 738, 1167.8 and 738. Okay, we have calculated correctly, no problem. Okay, so the main thing here is calculating your x value, before you prepare your table. Calculate your x and then prepare this table. Okay, because I am solving it in computer, I can just add a cell, right? I add a row, I can put insert row and I can add. But in your book, okay, in your book you cannot do this. So you have to be careful while solving. Okay, because once you prepare a table and then you find out that you have to include one row, you cannot do that in your book. So you have to prepare the table once more. So to avoid that, so what you have to do, prepare first this smaller table, find out x, and then go for this table. Okay. So this is using mean depth formula. This is using your mean depth or mid section formula. So is this numerical clear, guys? Is it clear? No problem. Akshay, are you there? Aziz, Akshay, Aziz, Pradeep.
Yes, sir.
All clear, sir.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Understood? Are you following? Are you there with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you do not lose focus. Tell me if I'm going fast, I'll slow down. Okay, if you think I'm going fast, just let me know. I'll go slow.
No, sir.
Okay, now we are done with 8th one. Shall we move on to the 9th one?
Break, sir.
Okay, you need a break. You need a break. How many of you need a break? Can you raise your hand? If majority of you need a break, I'll give you a break if you want. Only 1, 2, 3. Others. How many of you need a break? Please raise your hand. So see. For a break, you guys raise your hand. If I ask understand or not, you do not raise your hand. Very smart guys. Okay. We'll have a break of 5 minutes. Okay. Do not leave the session. Do not leave the meeting. Please stay in the meeting itself. Okay. Do not leave it. Stay in the meeting. We will continue after a few minutes. Okay. We'll be back at 11:38. Okay. 11:38. We'll be back. Have a break of 5 minutes. Refresh yourself and come back. Okay, students, welcome back after a short break. So you can please lower your hands. You can lower your hands. Please lower your hands. Many of you still have raised your hand. You can lower them. Okay, can we continue? Shall we continue? Are you feeling refreshed after the break? So I have to at least finish 3 more. Okay, we have to finish 3 more so that we'll catch up with some syllabus. Okay, we are lagging behind a lot. Okay, shall we continue, guys? Are you there? Are you back? Pramod, Prabhat, Kamath,
Yes, sir, I'm here.
and what about Jeevan? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we shall continue. So this is a different kind of problem. Okay, I hope you can see it on the screen, wherein we have a vertical drop in ground. We have a vertical drop in ground. So whenever we have vertical drop in ground, we have two ground levels. Okay, at the same chainage. At the same chainage, we'll have 2 ground levels. Okay, why 2 ground levels at the same chainage? Let me just show you a figure so that you will understand it properly. So this is a figure you can observe. So wherein we have a vertical drop in ground, we have a vertical drop. So where is the vertical drop? At which chainage? Can you observe and tell me at which chainage exactly we are having a vertical drop in ground?
4, sir.
Chainage number?
Chain number 4.
Chainage number 13. It is 13. I think you are
Oh.
counting 1, 2, 3, 4, but it is 13. Number is 13. So exactly you have told the correct answer. So it is at 13. You can observe. So this is a vertical drop. So at 13th number of cross section or at 13th number of chainage, you can observe this is one ground level. Okay, this is one ground level under banking. Under banking, this is one of your ground level, that is 0.9. Okay, 0.9. And also at this point you have a ground level, this point. Okay, so this will come under cutting. This will come under cutting. So it is 1.3. So you can observe this is lower and this is higher. So this is 0.9, 0. And this is 1.3. So this is our vertical drop. Okay, this is our formation line which is having a uniform gradient, right? And then this is our ground level. So it is banking in this part, and this part is coming under cutting. Okay, so this is how a vertical drop you can observe in your question. If they have given you a figure, you can observe it from the figure, or if they have given you a table, and if you observe 2 values in a single chainage, okay, you can determine, or you can tell that this problem is regarding a vertical drop in ground. Okay, so what you have to do in this numerical, you have to estimate the earthwork between chainage number 10 and 16. Okay, measured with a 20-meter chain, measured with a 20 meter, meaning each of these chainages is 20 meters. So 0, 20, 40, 60, going on up to 16th. Okay, so this is your chainage, and then this is your ground level. This is your ground level. So what about the formation level? Formation level at chainage 10 is 88.5. At chainage number 10, they have given the formation level as 88.5. And the road has a rising gradient, okay, rising gradient of 1 in 100. No problem. The formation width at the top is how much? 10 meters. So let me just write down. So capital B is equals to 10 meters. Okay. And the side slope for cutting, it is 1. S is equals to 1 for cutting. And S is equals to how much for banking? S is equals to 2. S is equals to 2 for banking. So this data has been given to us. Next. Draw also the longitudinal section of the portion of this road. So if you have been told to draw the longitudinal section, you can draw it in this form. Okay, you have to draw it in this form. You have to draw a formation line. Okay, first I have to draw this line. Okay, draw this baseline. Draw this baseline. Mark equal points. Okay, points at equal distances. Then mention this as chainage number 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Mention those chainages over here below. Then mention cutting. Okay, then what you have to do, you have to draw this cutting. Okay, cutting, there is no cutting over here. Okay, no cutting, cutting is regarding over here. So first will be banking. So the depth is 0.4. Okay, depth is 0.4. How do you get this depth? Okay, depth you will get after calculation. Okay, depth you will get after calculation. So from this rise 0.4. Okay, you have to go by 0.4 above, 0.4 above. Sorry, it is not 0.4 above. It is this depth. Okay, let me just mark here which that exactly that depth is. Okay, it is this depth. Okay, from here to here, it is this depth. Okay, and this 0.96 is what? It is this depth from here going up to here. Okay, similarly, this will be over here. Okay, it will be over here, and this will be for banking, and this depth will be for cutting. This will be for cutting. And then this is for cutting, this depth is for cutting, this depth which they have mentioned 0.7 is for cutting, and then this depth 0.28 which is they have mentioned for cutting. So this we'll try to draw later. Okay, once you solve this problem, drawing this will be easy with a longitudinal section. So have to draw that, we have to first calculate earthwork, okay, and then we have to draw the longitudinal section. So let me just note down whatever we require. Okay, chainage is given, this is given, distances is given, okay, distance is given, RL of ground level is given, and RL of formation level of the first point is given. Okay, so but while writing this chainage, we have to see that because we have two ground levels at a same chainage, right? We have two chainage, we have two ground levels, okay, two ground levels at the same chainage. So I have to write 2 times, okay, I have to write 2 times. So I have marked this in different color. You can observe 13 changes I have written 2 times. Similarly, the distance I have to write 2 times. I have to write it 2 times. Okay, 0, 20, 40, 60, I have to write 2 times. Okay, do not make a mistake while writing this thing. Then similarly, I have written down ground levels. Formation level I have to write down now. First one is given. What about the next? So we have a rising gradient, okay, a rising gradient of how much? 1 in 100. Rising gradient of 1 in 100, but our changes is how much? 20 meter each, 20 meter each. So 1 in 100 into 20 is 0.2. So 88.5 plus, because it is a rising gradient of 0.2. It will be similar for all of this, okay, for all of this up to here, okay, up to here. Here it will be what? Here it will be what? 89.1 itself, same thing. Same thing. Let me mark that in different color, okay. And here again we are going by a rising gradient. This plus 0.5. Okay, now calculation of a depth, okay, so similar because we have 2 values at a single chainage, right? 2 values at a single chainage. But the formation level at a 13th number of chainage, formation level at the 13th number of chainage is same. We have 2 ground levels, but we have 1 formation level. Let me just show you the diagram. So this is your formation level. This line, straight line, which you see is a formation level at 13th chainage. Okay, at 13th chainage, you can observe we have only 1 formation point, right? Only 1. But ground level we have 2, 1 and 2, right? So while writing in a tabular column, you have to write 2 ground levels, but only 1 formation level. That is what we have done over here. Okay, 89.1. Okay, now moving on, same calculation. No changes in calculation from this point onwards. Okay, same we have to follow. Formation level minus ground level. Same thing which we have done in a previous numerical. So no need of worrying for the calculation. So let me just mark this. So this is under cutting, right? Minus. I have written this in a different color. Okay, so now this I will mark in different color. This is also positive. Let us just solve and we will observe later what we have to do for that. Okay, let me just first change this to positive. Okay, otherwise our equations will go wrong further. As I've told you while writing in your notebook, okay, whatever value comes in your calculator, write them as positive itself. Do not write negative, okay, in your book while solving. So I've converted those now negative values to positive values, negative values to positive values. Okay, so now what is dm? What is dm? It is nothing but average. So d1 plus d2 by 2. d1 plus d2 by 2. D1 is 0.4 plus this thing divided by, we have calculated DM. Okay. So I think somewhere we are going wrong because the values which they have got are a bit different. Let me just check where we have gone wrong. Okay, RL of ground level, everywhere we have written no problem of ground level. Okay, what about formation level? What about formation level? No problem over here. Here we have gone wrong over here. Somewhere over here we have gone wrong. RL of ground level minus RL of formation level is 1 point. It has to come 1.45, 0.7 and 0.28. Okay, so the mistake that we have done over here is it is not 0.5, it is 0.2, it is 0.2. Okay, it is not 0.5, it is 0.2. Okay, so now we have got the correct answer. We have got the correct answer. No problem. Okay, so I've converted this to positive. So what mistake I had done is this I had calculated correctly. Okay, plus 0.2. Okay, plus 0.2 I had to do, but here what I had done is instead of 0.2 I had written 0.5. So that is why I was getting these values wrong. Okay, so now I have corrected it. Now we have got the correct values. Okay, so now moving on, same thing. What is B? B is 10 into DM. Same thing, no problem. Then what about S? For banking it is different, for cutting it is different, for banking it is 2. S is equals to 2. So 2 into DM into D. Okay, this is for banking. What about cutting? Cutting it will be equal to 1 into DM into DM. We have got SD squared, SDM squared. Now what about area? Area will be BDM plus SDM squared. We have to plus both these values. Now L, we have to calculate L. So what about L? Now L will be equal to distance. Okay, distance, this minus this, so that we do not go wrong anywhere. So while writing an exam, if you write this as 20, you will go wrong if you write this as 20. So make sure you do not mention this as 20. Equal to area into what? Area into length. Sorry. So this you have to drag the whole thing. So this is for your filling. So the values that we have got for cutting is 642, 642, and the value which we have got for filling, it is 653. Okay, so remember it is 642, 653. Let us just check what they have got. Okay, 642 and 656. So what we have got is 642 correct. In banking we have got correct. In cutting we have got 3 meter cube error. Okay, so I think it depends upon the how many number of decimals after the decimal point you follow, how many number of decimal numbers after the point you follow. Depending upon that, your answers may vary. So we have got correct answer. And one more thing that you have to note down. Okay, one more thing that you have to note down. Somewhere they have written given is different, and whatever they have done over here, calculation is different. So in textbook, there may be mistakes. Okay, there may be mistakes. So do not blindly follow the textbook. You have to solve and then you have to cross verify whether you have done correctly or whether textbook is going wrong somewhere. Okay, so the values that we have got are correct, no problem over here. The main thing that you have to remember is when you have a vertical drop, okay, vertical drop, you have to mention 2 changes of, okay, of the same where you have a vertical drop. So we have vertical drop at change number 13. So you have to write change number 13 2 times. Okay, you have to write change number 13 2 times. 60, you have to write 2 times over here. The distance is 60. Okay, do not write 80, 120 and continue like that. So do not make a mistake over here. Similarly, over here, you will make a mistake where you will write formation level, you will plus and you will go on. Okay, the formation level has only 1 point as I've shown you in the figure. Next, what about D? So D, you have to calculate RL of formation minus ground level. You can calculate and then you can separate them out as cutting and cutting is below and then banking as I've shown you in blue color. Okay, then the remaining part is similar where you just calculate area and then calculate the length. Do not make a mistake while calculating this length over here. Okay, do not write 20. So if you write 20 over here, you will get additional value over here. So your cutting value will go wrong. Okay, so be careful while solving this numerical. So some few important steps are there which you have to remember when you have a vertical drop. So is this numerical clear, guys? Vertical drop, when you have a vertical drop in ground. If you didn't understand any of the part, please let me know. Any of the calculation. Is it clear, guys? Kiran, two Kirans are there. Both of the Kiran should answer. Kiran Lakshmanatti and Kiran. Yes, Kiran Lakshmanatti has understood. Kiran, one more Kiran is there. What about you? Have you understood? No answer. If no answer, then no attendance. New rule. Jivan, have you understood? No reply from Jivan. What about Uttam?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Are you there? Are you following?
Understood, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now moving on to your next numerical. Okay, all of these numericals which you are solving, okay, are unique. None of them are similar. Okay, so we'll be solving unique numericals. We'll not try to repeat. Okay, we'll try to solve different type of numericals. So each of a numerical is different. So make sure you follow. Do not miss out on any of this. So now after we are done with this kind of numericals, so now we are dealing with numericals wherein we have a transverse slope. Okay, now we will learn how to calculate the earthwork when we have a transverse slope. So we usually have a longitudinal slope, right? We usually have a longitudinal slope where you have either a rising gradient of the road or whether we have a falling gradient. Okay, or we may have what? We may have a level road wherein a formation level does not have any rise or fall. It is a level road. So we have solved using for that kind of numericals. Now in the next kind of numericals, we also have a transverse slope. Okay, transverse meaning slope in the cross section. So usually when we solved in the previous numerical, your embankment, okay, this ground level was level. This ground was level in your cross section. Okay, this ground was level in your cross section. This is for banking. Either if it was for cutting or banking, your ground level was supposed to be horizontal, not inclined like this. Okay, so whenever your ground is not level, it is inclined. Okay, in this formation, in this format, in either your embankment or cutting, it is your transverse slope, right? So one more slope we have to include along with our SH21. SH21 is for what? It is for this side slope. SH21 is for this side slope. Where S is what? S is what? Horizontal. Okay, and one is vertical. So now for transverse slope, we will have one more slope included, which is R/1. R/1. So R is your horizontal distance and 1 is your vertical. So H is to V, that is R/1. So vertical 1 and R is horizontal. So along with this slope, we'll also have this transverse slope, which is for our ground. So one more important thing. So your ground level, okay, your ground level will have some slope. Okay, in both of these figure, you can observe either in embankment or in cutting, your ground level will be sloped. Okay, but your formation level, that is your B. Okay, you can observe this B. This is your formation. Okay, this is your formation over here, and this is your formation level at your bottom in your cutting. So that will always be level. It will always be level. It will not have any kind of slope. So always a ground will have some slope, that is RS to 1. Okay, so this is a transverse slope. And your longitudinal slope, normally it will be what? 1 in something, 1 in 100, 1 in 200, 1 in 300, or 1 in 60, 1 in 50, that will be provided. Okay, so now we have 3 slopes: longitudinal slope, side slope, and transverse slope. Okay, so this is our formation width at the top, that is B. Okay, capital B. And one more thing we have to include, that is small b. Okay, small b. So this is capital B. What is small b? Small b is nothing but b by 2. This top width is divided into half. So that is your small b. Okay, so to calculate this area, which they have shaded, okay, you can observe which they have shaded or which they have hatched. So this area to calculate, we have a formula. No need of any derivation. They directly remember the formula. So area of cutting or banking is equals to is given by this formula. Okay, SB squared plus R square into 2BD plus SD squared. Okay, so this formula divided by R square minus S square. So what is R? R is your transverse slope. What is S? S is your side slope. What is B? Small b. Small b is your total, your top width divided by 2. Okay, and what is D? What is small d? Small d is your depth of your section. Okay, it is the depth of your section. This depth which we have shown over here. So that is small d. Okay, so this when you have fully banking or fully cutting. Okay, this is one condition. When you have a fully cutting or fully banking condition. Now, one more thing we have, wherein we have partial banking and partial cutting. Okay, so try to understand this figure, wherein this is also cross section. This is not a longitudinal section. This is also cross section, but in the cross section itself, we have some banking part and some cutting part. So it is partially banking and partially cutting. Okay, so in this we had fully banking. So your ground level and this is your formation level. So entire thing is in banking, and here your entire thing or entire cross section is under cutting. But when we have partial banking and we have partial cutting, so this is your ground level. Okay, and then this is your formation level. This is your formation level. So calculation of this cross section, okay, calculation of this cross section is very complicated, wherein you have this banking part and then you have this cutting part. You have to use many terms and then you have to calculate. So you can observe here, you have many formulas which you require to calculate that. So usually this kind of numerical will not be asked in our exam. Okay, so we can skip on this part and we will focus only on fully banking or fully cutting. Okay, remember only this formula. The area of banking or cutting is given by this formula. So this is earthwork calculation when ground has a transverse slope. Okay, transverse slope. In the previous numericals, there was a statement, right, mentioned in your question, that the ground is level, and has no transverse slope, right? And when it has a transverse slope, we have to use this formula. So let us just look into a numerical, wherein if you solve numerical, you will have a clear picture of what we have to do. Okay, the ground level at various changes along the center line of a proposed road as under. So the road has a total length of 120 meters. Road starting from 0 going up to 120. So the interval between each section is how much? 30 meters. RL of ground is 180.5 going up to 186.5. Okay, starting from 180.5 going up to 186.5. So why I have marked this in red, I'll tell you later. The ground has a uniform cross slope of 1 in 8. Uniform cross slope of 1 in 8. So what do you mean by cross slope? Is nothing but your transverse slope. So transverse slope meaning R, okay, small r. So small r is equals to 8. Remember, small r is equals to 8. Change is just 30 meter wrong. Okay, no problem. The road formation is proposed at the road formation is proposed at uniform gradient passing through the ground level at end changes. So this statement is very important. This statement which they have given is very important. So let me try to explain this using a different so Here I'll just draw and show you in paint what we mean by that exactly. Okay, so let me just draw your ground level first. Let me draw your ground level. So this is, consider this as a ground level. Okay, consider this as a ground level. Is in this format. Okay, this is your ground level. Now I'll draw your formation level. I'll draw your formation level. It is starting from here going up to here. So what they have mentioned is the end changes are meeting. Okay, end changes are same as your formation level. Okay, meaning the ground level and the formation level at your first change is same, and the ground level and the first and the last change level at your or formation level at the last is same. Okay, so these are meeting. Okay, at your formation level, at your first change and your last change are meeting. So I think you are not able to see the screen. Let me just share my entire screen. Are you able to see this paint screen which I'm sharing now? Are you able to see the paint screen? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll draw your ground level first. I'll draw your ground level. I'll take red color or brown color. Okay, to draw your ground level. So consider this as our ground level. Okay, ground level. Now I'll try to draw your formation level. Okay, formation level I'll draw using black color. Okay, so this is a formation level. Now what they have mentioned in that statement is your formation level at ground level. Okay, formation level and your ground level at your end changes. Your end changes meaning this is your end change. First and your last are considered as your end change. Okay, so these two changes are same, meaning your formation level and ground level are same at your end changes. So what are the end changes? 180.5 and 186.5. What are they? They are 180.5 and how much? 186 point, how much? 186 point. 180.5, 186.5. So these are same. Okay, formation level and your ground level are same at these points, and changes they are same. So now we need to find out what? We need to find out the slope. We need to find out slope. What is this distance? What is this distance? And now we need to find out this distance, and we need to find out this, so that we will be able to find out your slope. We will be able to find your slope. So this entire, these are end changes. So this will be how much? This will be 120 meters. So it is starting from 0 going up to 120, right? It is 120, 0 to 120. So this entire thing which I have drawn in blue, it is 120 meters. What about this? Can you calculate and tell me what is this height? What is this height? Can you calculate? Anyone, can you calculate and tell me? 186.5 minus 180.5. How much is it? How much is it? How much is the height? 186.5 minus 180.5.
6 meters, sir.
6 meters, right? 6 meters. So now can you calculate the slope? Can you calculate the slope? Can anyone calculate the slope for me? Slope. One in how much? One in how much? I need the slope of this line. One in how much?
1 in 20, sir.
1 in 20, right? How have we calculated? Can you tell me how have we calculated that?
Vertical upon horizontal.
Right, vertical 6 divided by 120. So it will be how much? 1 in 20. So this is your slope. They have not given directly, they have given indirectly. Okay, they have given your slope indirectly. Longitudinal slope. What I mean is longitudinal slope. Yeah, 1 in 20. Usually they mention this in question, right? 1 in 100, 1 in 150, 1 in 60. So that they have not given, they have told to calculate. Okay, we have to calculate. So now we have done with the calculation. So it is 1 in 120. So now moving on with the further calculation. So as I've told you, this change formation level will be same over here, and formation level is nothing but our ground level over here. So in between we need to find out. In between we need to find out. So as I've told you, this thing, what? So these two are equal, right? End changes are equal. So I have marked in blue color and I have written the same thing. Okay, written the same thing. Now, how do I calculate these remaining things? Okay. So as you have told me, the slope is how much? 1 in 20, right? 1 in 20 rising, 1 in 20 rising, which I have written over here. Follow my cursor. So it is 1 in 20. So our change is how much? 30 meters. Each interval is 30 meters. So 1 in 20 into 30. The same thing which you are using, right, in the previous numericals also. The slope into your change interval. So 1 in 20 into 30 is 1.5. 1.5. So rising gradient. So 180.5 plus 1.5. Right? Plus 1.5. That is 182.5. Similarly, this will be what? 182 plus 1.5. Similarly, this will be what? 183.5, 183.5 plus 1.5. Okay. So end changes are same. End changes are same. If you want to calculate, let us calculate. So it will be what? 185 plus 1.5. It is 186. You can observe we are getting the same value. Now calculation of a depth, formation level minus ground level. So it is 0 at your end changes, and we have got some value. Since these values are negative, meaning these values are undercutting. Okay, these values are undercutting. So what I'll do is I'll just make them positive so that it will not cause us problem while we solve later. I have made them positive. Okay, so R is given as 8, capital B is 8. Okay, side slope is given as 1, and small b is equal to b by 2. Okay, capital B by 2, that is nothing but 8 by 2, so it is equal to 4. Okay, so now what we'll do is no need of any tabular column. Okay, we will just substitute that in your formula. Okay, so we'll prepare this tabular column. After you prepare that smaller one, prepare this larger tabular column, and you can just write down this formula in your center. Okay, in your center, and you can substitute like this. So S is 1. What about B? It is 4 squared. Small b is 4, right? 8 by 2. R is given as 8, so 8 squared. 2 into BD, 2 into B into D plus 0 plus 1 into 0 squared. So what is D over here? D is 0 over here. And similarly at change number 30, it is D is what? 1.36. So substitute D as 1.36. Remaining things are same. So similarly, you can calculate at this part at your 60. So D is 2.02, right? We have calculated here 2.02, right? 2.02. So you can substitute directly in this tabular column, and you can calculate. No need of any calculating separately, like SB squared, then calculate this term separately, then calculate numerator separately, and then calculation of your total area. So do not do that. Directly substitute in your calculator and find out your area. So next, after you calculate your each individual area, okay, these are your individual areas, 0.254, 13.81, 20.81. These are individual areas, right? Capital A. So these are nothing but capital A. So after that, calculate your mean area. Mean area, that is nothing but A1 plus A2 by 2. But A2 plus A3 by 2, 17. Then this plus this divided by 2, that is 18. So similarly, calculate mean area. What is the length between each of the section? 30 meters, right? 30 meters. Area into length will give you your quantity. Okay, area into length will give you your quantity. Calculate the total quantity, that is 1503 meter cube. Okay, so this is easy numerical. If you get this numerical, it is very easy. Say only you have to calculate this smaller tabular column and then calculate your larger tabular column. Okay, so now I have marked this in red. Why I have marked this in red? Because you can observe it is 186.7. Okay, 186.7. Remember the value 186.7 for which NH 60. Okay, for 60. But while using in the calculation, what they have used is 185.52. Okay, so it is initially it was 186.7, and while using they have used 185.52. So in textbook, this kind of problem they will be doing, wherein they take something else, they solve using something else. Okay, so what we have done is we have used this itself, we have used these values and we have calculated. Okay, so if you try to calculate in your notebook later on, you will get the same answer, 1503 meter cube. Okay, so this area you have to calculate using this formula, and then calculate your mean area, multiply that by the interval, and you will get your quantity cube. Okay, quantity cube. So all of these are in cutting. All of these are in cutting. Remember, we have got all negative values, right? We have got all negative values. So all of that was in cutting. So this is how we can solve this particular numerical. Okay, this kind of numericals. If you have a transverse slope. Okay, if a transverse slope, they will give you this R value. So you have to use this formula, and you have to calculate the area, individual area, calculate the mean area, multiply that by the interval, and you will get your total quantity. Okay, so if they provide you along with this, if they provide you with your rate, okay, if they provide you with your rate of cutting and of filling, then you can multiply that and you can prepare an abstract. Okay, you can prepare an abstract, and you can prepare a total that is required, total amount that is required for a excavation, or whether it is for banking. So here you can observe, I'm showing you an abstract, how to prepare an abstract. So this is abstract of an estimated cost. So you have to write down earthwork in banking and earthwork in cutting. If you have only cutting or only banking, then only one quantity will come. So in this particular numerical, we have both cutting and banking, right? We have cutting as well as banking. We have both. So we are writing down both. We are writing down their quantities. 738 is for banking and 1168 is for cutting. So we have written down the quantity. We have written down the unit rate. A unit rate is 180 per cubic meter and 120 per cubic meter for cutting. So multiply quantity by rate, you will get the amount. So do the summation of your amount, you will get the total amount. Okay, and then add 5%. Okay, add 5%. That is 3% for contingencies, 2% for your work charged establishment. Totally 5%. 5% of what? 5% of this total. Okay, 5% of this total. And then write down the grand total. Okay, write down the grand total. So if they have told you to calculate the abstract and given you the rates, so this is how you can calculate the abstract. Okay, so this is regarding abstract. Now moving on to your last numerical, wherein we have this kind of numerical. We have we'll try to solve this in a different class if we get time, because this is a very complicated one, wherein you can see we are doing harmonic cross slope. Okay, at 0.r1 r2 divided by r1 plus r2, we are going into algebraic calculations. So this kind of numerical will usually not be asked in your exam. We will go through your question paper. If we find that this kind of numericals are asked, so we'll solve this in a revision class. Okay, we'll take a revision class and we'll try to solve if these kind of numericals are appearing in our exam. Okay, so with this, your earthwork calculation for your embankment is over. Earthwork calculation for our embankment. Okay, we have calculated earthwork, okay, required for cutting and filling. But we have not calculated for what? We have not calculated using, okay, we have not calculated for your, exactly for your road, right? For your pavement. We have not included your pavement, whether it is a concrete pavement, whether it is a bituminous pavement. Okay, we have not calculated that part. So now in your next numericals, okay, we'll include that. Okay, we'll include that. We'll include the rate at which that work has to be done, your CC work, or it may be a flexible payment or a rigid payment. We'll also include the wearing coat, all those base, sub-base, all those courses we will calculate, and we'll try to find out an estimate, okay, abstract, and then the total cost required. So all these numericals which is solved until now were regarding your embankment, okay, whether in cutting or whether in filling. Only the earthwork which is required, and not including the wearing coat. Okay, so in the next numericals, in our next class, we'll try to solve other type of numericals. Okay, so I hope you have understood whatever we have solved until now. If you have any doubt, please let me know.
No doubt, sir.
Are the numericals easy or are they tough?
Easy, sir.
Easy, right? Just calculation. You have to take care whether you are having a zero depth in between, right? If you have a zero depth in between any changes, you have to include that extra row, and then you have to calculate. And if you have a vertical drop, right, you have to include same changes twice, and that you have to keep in mind. And some minor things you have to remember. Okay, so after the class, okay, make sure you write down in your notebook and practice, because I'm solving using Excel, but in exam you have to solve in your notebook using a calculator. So make sure you practice in your notebook. Okay, I'll provide you the notes. I'll provide you with some extra practice numericals also, so that you have a you become confident in solving your numericals. Yeah, is there any other doubt or any other thing you need to ask? Please feel free to ask. Others, have you understood? Others? Aishwarya, have you understood? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mayur,
Yes, sir.
understood? No problem.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Ninganna.
Yes, sir.
Others also, please, you have to reply whether you have understood or not. Or you can raise your hand. Feel free to express yourself. Do not feel shy to talk. All of you are friends. I am your teacher. Okay, others, what about others? Are you there? Have you understood? Okay, do not leave the session while because you have to give your attendance yet. Okay, I hope you have understood. Everyone has understood. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask during the session or after the session. Okay, do not hesitate to ask your questions. Others might also be having the same doubt, so it will be cleared. Okay, so you can lower your hand, no problem. You can start typing in our attendance. So I think we need 1 more hour to finish our second module. We need 1 more hour. I think we have 4 to 5 numericals which you have to solve, and with that we will be finished with your second module. Okay, so from this from next module onwards, the entire thing is theory. Okay, from your next module it is entirely theory, so we can catch up with our pace in your theory part. Okay, so we are going slow in our numericals because you have to understand all the things, so that you do not face any problems while solving in your exam. Okay, so theory part we'll try to do fast, and we'll finish up with your portion quickly, so that you get time for your other project work and seminar work and all. Okay, so has everyone typed in their attendance? Everyone has typed in their attendance. Can we stop the recording? Because if I stop the recording and later if you give your attendance, it will not be recorded. Attendance will not be recorded if you type in your attendance later. Okay.